Hello there and welcome to today's video in which I'm going to show you how I made my interpretation of Joel and Ellie, of course from The Last of Us. So I'm going to start on Joel's face, of course played by Pedro Pascal. It's been a while actually since I've made a process video, hasn't it? So yeah, I just fancied making one today. I have been trying to do a vlog for some time now, but I've been really struggling with a bit of fatigue recently, and of course, you know, putting on a bit of makeup and getting ready to sit in front of the camera isn't the most appealing thing to do when you're kind of struggling a bit in terms of energy. So yeah, I just thought I'd keep it nice and simple today instead. So Joel's face is all done now, and I'll move on to Ellie's. So I was inspired to do this polymer painting for The Last of Us because I very recently watched the series. I know it's been out for a little while now, but because I'm not a gamer, I just really didn't fancy it for some reason, and we didn't have a subscription to Now TV at that point. I don't know about you, but we tend to kind of subscribe to, you know, one or two streaming services at a time and then move on to the others when we've kind of seen everything that we've wanted to. And yeah, I just fancied giving it a go, and I just absolutely loved it. It's so good. I think it's really easy to feel a bit kind of, you know, overwhelmed by all of the sort of zombie or apocalypse shows and films that have been made over the last few years, because it seems like there's just been tons of them, hasn't it? So yeah, I just thought, oh gosh, another one, really? Just seemed to be done a little more intelligently than the you know, the average zombie apocalypse storyline. Incidentally, if you are new to my channel, my name's Lizzie and I'm a polymer clay artist and illustrator, and I make pop culture pieces like this, basically. So if you'd like to see more, by all means go and hit that subscribe button. So I'm going to move on to Pedro's outfit now, so I'm going to make his coats. I have to say, I really struggled a bit with the character of Joel. Obviously Pedro Pascal is super handsome, and for whatever reason it was really quite hard to capture his likeness, and I think it was more to do with his hair really, because he wears it sort of quite flat in real life, but as the character of Joel it's a bit more kind of scruffy, and it's greyed out as well, so you know, sometimes that kind of makes things a little tricky when it comes to, you know, getting your piece to actually look like who it should. So basically this is just my interpretation of Joel, that's how I'm playing it really. So I think he came a little bit more alive here when I, you know, put his moustache on, because that's sort of integral to his look actually, isn't it? So I was unhappy with the hair here, so I decided to experiment a little. So I'll just fast forward this bit here, but basically I tried to make his hair a little more bouffant, because as I've said, you know, it's a bit more in keeping with this character of Joel, but I don't know, I just felt like I'd kind of lost something. But anyway, I'm going to move on to Ellie now. And isn't Bella Ramsey just the most incredible actor? They just did such an excellent job of the character. I think the makers had Maisie Williams in mind when, you know, they were thinking about casting the roles, but she was a bit too old to be playing the character when it came to you know, the show being made really, so they opted for Bella instead, and gosh, wasn't that the right decision? So obviously I'm going for a kind of ponytail on Bella, and I was a lot more pleased actually with the likeness of Bella on this piece, but it's kind of weird actually, because when I look away from Pedro or Joel for a few minutes and then look back, I think, oh right, yeah, he does look like him, but then, you know, if I focus my eye on him for too long, then I kind of lose it a bit. But you know, that's the way of things if you're trying to capture likenesses really. And that kind of reminds me, I had a question about how I managed to capture likenesses a little while ago now, and I'll probably answer that in more detail in a more kind of Q&A video at some point. Maybe I'll add that to a vlog. But it's just really difficult. I have some footage of somebody that I was trying to make quite recently, and I had to, you know, just give it up really because it wasn't working. But it's just a case of, you know, trying to keep going really, and if it's not working, just stop and maybe try again on a different day. So here again, I'm adding more hair to him, and you know, I just thought I lost him at that point. So at this point, I removed all of his hair, even though the piece was baked. At this point, I showed it to Ian, and he's my best critic in the world, because he said, you know, I think the face is there, but for whatever reason, the hair's not working. So after a bit of reflection, I thought, oh yeah, he's right. So I just decided to get my scalpel out and, you know, start chipping away and removing it. And again here, you'll see I still wasn't happy with the hair. So this was the final attempt, and it got to the point where I thought, you know, I'm fairly happy with this, so I'm just going to keep it. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? You can just carry on, but you've got to make the decision at some point to think, you know, this is as good as it's going to get really. So this was me basically finishing off the piece. And here it is, all done. And is it my best work? Not so sure, but I'm really pleased with it nonetheless. And it was really nice to create a bit of fan art for something that I really, really enjoyed. So if you haven't seen The Last of Us, I'd heartily implore you to go and check it out, because it's great. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.